weak refer cursor is having a predefined data type. A predefined data type. Okay, for declaring a weak refer cursor variable. For declaring a weak refer variable. What happened here? So we have here. Okay, so one predefined data type is there. So based on that predefined data type, I can directly declare my weak refer cursor variable. Okay, so because it was inbuilt, the data type is having inbuilt in this. So with the help of the data type, we can go to declare our weak refer cursor variable. Okay, now? And the later this weak refer cursor. Okay, so what is the next point will be there in this? So this weak refer cursor will go to using for what purpose we want to use means here. So the advantage and the purpose of weak refer cursor is what now? So the purpose of weak refer cursor is is to access data from any table, or else we can say multiple tables. Okay, so multiple tables data accessing is possible here. Okay, now so it is not like that only one table data accessing is not like that. So we can access from any number of tables, or from any table you can access or you can fetch your data. Okay, from weak refer cursor variable using. By using of weak refer cursor variable, you can access the data or you can fetch the data from any table or from multiple tables, we can say it. Okay, now, so that is one advantage of weak refer cursor. But this weak refer cursor, how to declare your variable means. So here we have your so weak refer cursor variable, name, and here I need to pass my this is variable name and what is my data type. So your data type is called as a sys underscore refer cursor. So sys underscore refer cursor is called as a what is this mean? It is called a predefined data type. So that we said weak refer cursor is having a predefined data type for declaring a weak refer cursor variable. Okay, now? So that means whenever you want to declare weak refer cursor variables, so there is no need to create our own data types is not necessary. It's having its own data type, and that is called SYS. SYS means what now? System defined. So system defined data type for refer cursor. For which type of refer cursor? Weak refer cursor. Okay, so this is what we called as that. And what we said, the advantage of weak refer cursor is what now here? Multiple table accessing. So that means we can go to access or fetching the data from multiple tables. So that is the advantage of weak refer cursor. Okay, and here observe how we can go to access the data from multiple tables. Okay, let me see one example I will show you. So now we are observing. So we have here two tables. For example, I need to fetch data from two tables. So one is EMP table It's called. So these are our two tables guys here. Then you can see how you want to fetching your data from two tables by using of weak refer cursors option. First of all, you want to declare your weak refer cursor variable. So the variable name, suppose I'm saying here WC1. So weak cursor or weak refer cursor 1. And data type is what now guys? Here sys underscore refer cursor. Sys underscore refer cursor. Okay, right. And after that, two normal variables I'm declaring here. So first one IEMP percentile row type. Okay, so type attribute we are using. And J is the one more. This is a DEPT table data accessing purpose. This is DEPT table data accessing purpose. So I is a one general variable, one normal variable. So that variable we declared for fetching the data from EMP table. And J is a one more general variable. So this variable we are using to fetching the data from department table. And after that, one normal variable I'm creating here, V underscore department number is a type of number type. And this is, I will pass at a dynamically. That means V department number, I need to enter dynamically, I want to enter. So one more variable, one dynamic variable I'm declaring for taking or accepting department number from the users. Taking or accepting department number from the users. Okay, now fine. Now these are the declaration part. After declaring, again you have to go for your execution block, begin statement. In execution block, now what I want to do, whatever the variable I'm declaring here, so based on this variable, which department number user is given, which number was given in the condition. So based on that number, okay, that particular data from that particular table, they want to retrieval. For example, if V underscore DEPT number is equals to, suppose 10 I was given now. So that means if whatever the condition I'm giving, department number is equals to 10. Suppose if user, whatever he was entered dynamically, the department number 10, so the 10 is matching, then condition is true. When condition is true, then data fetching from your required table. Okay. So now I was given one value, department number is equal to 10. Okay. So then after C, still I'm not going to using any select query statement as of now. Okay. I'm writing my condition. Suppose if your department number is equals to 10 and which was entered by user at runtime level, then immediately I have to open my weak refer cursor. Okay, memory will be open. So here, so whatever we are going to be opening our weak refer cursor variable memory. So in this level, I'm passing our select query. I'm passing select query. Select star from which table I'm getting EMP, where DEPT number is equal to 10. So that means whatever the user is entered department number 10 dynamically, if that number is matching here, that means this condition is true. If condition is true, 10 is equals to 10, true. If true, immediately open your cursor memory. The weak refer cursor memory open. After open, immediately at the time of opening level, we are passing what now? Select a statement. So that means your selector query, we are passing not at a declaration. This is a declaration. This is called a weak refer cursor declaration. So we are not sending our select request. We are not sending our select request at a declaration. We are sending our select request at the opening level. Okay, at your open level. So when you open cursor, at this moment, we are passing our query request. So that means here the query, the request, we are passing at open means at your execution of the cursor. Execution of the cursor. That means cursor execution level, we are passing select query. Previously, what happened? We are passing select query at a declaration level. Okay, now the previous example programs, refer cursor example programs, what is the identification? What is the difference? Observe. Previously, whatever the user is created explicit cursors. So at that time, if you want to identify your selector statement, we are passing at a declaration level. Okay, now. So declaration level we are passing. But here I'm passing my select to query request at the execution of the cursor. That means opening level. Their declaration here open level. Okay, now? Right. So now we are passing some statement at your execution of cursor. Okay, fine. After sending this request, then you know whatever the department number we send it here, this department number 10 is not only one record. The 10th department, how many people are there? How many rows are there? 1, 2 rows are there in my table. Okay, so that's why what we want to do, guys, here, we simply use what now? Loop statement. So after using loop statement, remaining all process will be same simple loop. So now we have to fetch from WC1 weak refer cursor memory, and those are I'm storing into which variable? I variable. Because here I'm using star. Star means all columns. Then all columns data we are storing under I. This is I is a variable, a row level variable or row level attribute. Okay, complete EMP table. Okay, row data will be stored. So that's why fetching WC1. WC1 is my weak refer cursor variable and storing into I. So same as if data is not found. If data is not found, I need to exit. So WC1 percentile not found attribute I'm using. Okay, so that means when in weak refer cursor memory, your data is not there, then you have to go and exit from your loop. Understanding now? Suppose if data is found, then you have to print this data. So output dot put underscore line of. So what is your, where my data will be storing into I variable. I'm passing reference of I dot suppose e name concatenate of comma concatenation department number. Okay, any column. Suppose you want to display all columns, then you have to write I dot emp number, I dot e name, I dot salary, I dot commission. So complete you have to pass it. So which you wanted. Okay, now. So after that, okay, after printing those department number 10 people data, then finally you have to end your loop. Whatever the simple loop we are writing, so end your simple loop. So already I explained to you the simple loop, how it was working. The same procedure here also. There is no changes. Okay, now? So then after, this is what now, guys, here. After ending your loop, so if condition, okay, if condition, if is equals to 10, suppose user also enter department number is equals to 10, then 10, 10 matching. If it is matching, condition is true. If condition is true, immediately open your weak refer cursor memory and select query will be executed. Data retrieval from table and storing under weak refer cursor memory variable. Okay, now? And after that, we started loop. And loop will be fetching your data. Simple loop. By using of simple loop, we are fetching one by one data. So this is we know. Same as here, if condition I was using now, here I'm using if else. So else if user is not entered department number 10, suppose user wish, yes or no, I can't say na user exactly enter 10 number. It's a user wish. Suppose user is entered other than that is a 10. Instead of 10, they will enter 20, 30, 40, 50, any number they can enter because it's a dynamic accepting. So dynamically, whenever you want to accept the data from user, that's user wish. User can insert or user can enter any number so that we can't say yes or no. So here, same as here, else if I'm using here, if condition here, okay, if department number is equals to 10, okay, no problem. Suppose other than 10, if we enter, the second condition also I have to write here. What is my second condition? Else if, okay, else if v underscore dpt number is equal to 20, for example. Then what I want to do, then again same, I have to open. See here 2 times. Can you identify? Open WC1. So here 1 time, when your condition is 10, then here also we open our weak refer cursor table. Okay, now fetching the data from your EMP table. Okay, this is what it was happened. But now the next condition I'm giving what now? Suppose other than 10, if user is entered 20, then what I want to do here, so else if, okay, we underscore department number 20, then I need to fetch here, okay, fetch my second table, select star from DEPT. So where DEPT number is equal to 20. So can you identify here where the first case condition, my data fetching from which table? EMP table. When second case condition, I'm fetching the data from, understand now? So here from EMP, here I want to fetching here department table. Okay now? So this is what it was happening. Okay. Guys, are you getting any noise? Any other side sound is that coming out to you? Okay, okay. 1 second, 1 second. Okay, right. So here what happened? So when my condition will be second condition, department number 20, then I am fetching the data from second table. So here EMP is one table and here DEP is one more table. So that means here what happened, with the help of weak refer cursor, we are fetching the data from multiple tables. Yes or no? So any table, whatever, right, multiple tables conditions, right? Okay, right. So after that, as usual, guys, so after send your loop, simple loop, and after sending your data, so fetch WC1 refer cursor, storing into, now this time where I want to store into J variable, because J is a variable. So this variable I'm going to declaring for fetching the data from DEPT table and the row attribute level. Okay, entire the row we can go to fetch it. So into this J, I'm going to storing, and later as usual, if data is not found, then WC1 percentile, okay, not found attribute I want to use. And after that, if it is found, so DPMS underscore output dot underscore line off, then I have to print, suppose J dot DEPT number. So this is the J, okay. In the second condition, we are returning data from DEPT. So DEPT table we already have, and whatever the columns are there. So as your wish, any one column you can call. Suppose J dot comma J dot department name, okay, concatenation comma J dot LOC. Okay, right. So this is second table data we are fetching, guys. Okay, fine. After fetching, as usual, you want to end your loop. Okay, so that means internally your simple loop is going to be ended. And finally, end your if else condition. Okay, now here multiple if else I'm using. If else if.
if else if I'm using. So that will be close. After closing, okay. And before this close, before what I want to close here, open, because if what I want first close, open. Okay. So close. Okay. So close your C1, because first I have to close my memory. And after that, you have to end your if, and after that end your begin statement, and to executed now. And now we can see your value is dynamically entered. Yes, closing your WC1 guys here. So we are getting some error, no problem. So we're going to enter. I'm going to enter. Yeah. So identifier C1 must be declared. So that C1, just wait. Okay, end loop. Close WC1. Weak cursor C1 WC1, and later end if, and later end. Okay, fine. So after that, if I enter 20, if user is entered the department number at a dynamic level 20, then this condition first it will become to if condition. If department number 20 is equals to 10. Now tell me guys here, condition true or false? User entered 20, but your condition value 10. So that means the condition true or false? Come on guys, condition true or false? Yes, condition is false. When this condition is false, then where it will go? First condition checking, but this is false. This is false means where it will go? It will go to else if condition. In else if condition, 20 I was given. So else if condition 20 I was given. So 20 is equals to 20. Condition true? True? Yes. Condition true. Condition true means, okay, which table data are you fetching? Which table data are you fetching? Yes, department table. Because here, first condition is going to be fetching from EMP table. But here, my required value is satisfied to second condition. Satisfied to second condition. So second, okay, na, DEPT. So DEPT data is going to be fetched. Let you see. So let you see DEPT table data fetching or not. So 20th department number is 20, and the name is research, and your location is Dallas. Okay, na? So let me see guys here. The department information same na. So 20 research and Dallas. Okay, so the table data we are fetching. Suppose in the case here I entered, now I'm giving 10. So when I'm giving 10, here it will be condition, first condition only true. Yes or no? 10 is equals to 10. So 10 is equals to 10, the condition true, then data fetching from which table? EMP table. Let me see EMP table, what I'm going to ask, name, employee name, and the department number. In the 10th department, how many employees are there? The 3 employees, their names and their department numbers are fetching out. For example, if I'm giving here 30, user is entered department number 30, but 30th condition I was not given here. So first it will be checking with your first condition, 30 is equals to 10, condition is false, then it will be entered into else if condition. So in else if condition, 30 is equals to false, 30 is equals to 20, it is also false. Then what it was happen, it was going to be out of the loop, and the data is not going to be display anything. Okay, now, so if you enter 10th conditional data, whatever the table we given EMP, that EMP table data retrieval or fetching. If I'm giving 20 department number, then department data I'm going to fetching. But other than 10 and 20, if I'm giving 30, so 30 is not showing any result because of reason the 30 related condition. If you return 30 related condition, again you have to use the else if. Yes or no? So this is what now weak refer or weak refer cursor advantage. So that means here multiple tables data we are fetching. So EMP and also department table. Okay now. So that is the advantage of weak refer cursor. Okay, that is the advantage of weak refer cursor. But what about strong refer cursor means? Strong refer cursor, let me see. The strong refer cursor, let me see. Okay. So here simply we can say it's quite opposite of your weak refer cursor. So here I said weak refer cursor declaring, okay, weak refer cursor without a return type. But guys here, whenever you want to declare strong refer cursor, okay, compulsory, we should have a return type. So if you strong refer cursor, if you want to declare compulsory with return type should be give it. Okay. And your weak refer cursor is having a predefined variable for declaration of variable. Okay, is having its own predefined data type. But guys here, when you go for to declare your strong refer cursor, okay, so there is a no. So that means here I'm saying here it is okay, it is not having a predefined data type for declaration of strong refer cursor. Okay, cursor variable. So when the predefined data type is not there, it means what guys here? So predefined data type is not there for declaration of strong refer cursor. It means what I want to do. If there is no what I'm going to do to declare my strong refer cursor variable. Come on guys. Any choice is there? If predefined data type is not there, then what I want to do? Yes, very good. So if predefined data type is not there, okay, for declaration of strong refer cursor variable, okay, what we want to do, then we should, that means user has to create. That means user has to create. User has to create what that is user defined data type. Understanding my point now? So user has to create user defined data type. So that is what. And here, this strong refer cursor, okay, is only retrieving accessing from only one table here. Multiple. Okay. So strong refer cursor is access the data from only one, from single or else from specific table only. Okay, specific table only. Otherwise, you can say a single table. Okay. So this is what we are. Okay. But whatever the data you are fetching, from single table, okay, that is what we are going to be passing our query request, and dynamically we are sending our query request, and based on that, the data also fetching from only one table data. So this is what now the weak and strong refer cursor differences here. But before you have to show, or we will see one example on strong refer cursor. So first of all, user defined data type I have to declare. So how to declare, okay, strong refer cursor, user defined data type. Okay, so now you can see. Here I want to tell you. So create, okay, creating a user data type. Okay, for strong refer cursor. Okay, now. So what is our syntax for declaration of user defined data type for strong refer cursor? So your type name is called a data type name, and is refer cursor. Okay, is refer cursor, and here compulsory what I said, return type. Return type must and should be there. This is called a return type. So return type, okay, the type name. So return type and type name. Okay, now. So because I said, so strong refer cursor with return type compulsory. So this is my return type I'm using now. Okay, this is the user defined, okay, data type, how to create here. So that we said, okay, by using of this, I can go to create here. Okay, right. Now observe, so it can be only possible to access only one single data here, or one single table data only access, but multiple tables are not acceptable. Okay, but the data, whatever we are fetching from the single table, that is, we are fetching at your dynamic level, we are fetching our data. So as usual, let you come out and so declare. Now I'm going to declare type, user defined type name. Suppose UD underscore refer cursor. So UD means user defined. Okay, now so refer cursor. Okay, so this is my data type name. Is refer. Okay, refer cursor. Okay, a return type return. So what is my return here? Let me see. My return is, suppose which table are you requiring? Which table data are you accessing? The table EMP row type. This is my return type. So are you returning which table data are you returning? Are you returning EMP table? So which table? Any one table here. Okay. So which DEPT table means you can see DEPT percentile row type. EMP table means EMP percentile row type. So which table data are you return to user? So the table name and the row type you have to give. Okay, now right. So this is the declaration of your what we can say strong refer cursor data type. This is user defined data type we declared. After declaration of this user defined data type, so with the help of this user defined data type, now we want to declare strong refer cursor variable. So SC1. So my meaning is, it means what now? Strong cursor. So strong SC1. Now what is data type here? UD. My data type is what now? UD underscore refer cursor. Understanding my point now? UD underscore refer cursor. Because this is first we have to declare data type. After that, with the help of this data type, I'm going to declaring one strong cursor variable. This is strong cursor variable with the user defined data type. Understand now? So after that, as usual, one normal variable, and this variable you have to use to store your which table data you need fetching for the data storing purpose. I'm using here row type. So I is a general variable, so EMP percentile row type. Okay. Then after that, as usual, guys, here remaining process will be same. So now have to use begin statement after open SC1, and here I'm passing my query request. Okay, select star from EMP. So here I'm passing, for example, so where DPT number is equal to 10. Okay, now so DPT number is equal to 10. So which condition are you given here? That condition data we are fetching, but here dynamic variable I was not created. Directly we are fetching as per the given condition. Okay, right. And after that, we need to start our loop, and we need to get our data SC1 and storing into I. And this is simple loop. So I want to use exit statement when SC1 in this SC1 there is a no, then it will be exit. And suppose data is found, then we have to display output dot put underscore line of. The next one is called as what? I dot EMP number. So concatenation. Okay, comma concatenation. So I dot ename concatenation, comma concatenation. I dot DPT number. Okay, fine. As your wish, whatever you want it, you can take. And after that, I need to end my. I need to use my SC1 strong refer cursor, and later I have to close and begin statement. And see directly my data will be fetched. So yeah, directly my data will be fetched because yeah, which conditional data I'm asking, department number 10. So 10th department employee number, name and department number is displayed. Okay, so this is directly we're fetching. Okay, now fine. So this is what now single table. So what only one specific table data we can access it here. Okay, now but strong refer cursors are not supporting to access any one table or multiple tables. Understand? Suppose you have that doubt is there. So same example. Okay, this is our multiple same example. Now you have to convert into strong refer cursor. Then you can understand that it is supported or not. Okay, so that was I was given in the documentation for your checking purpose. Documentation level I was given one example. You just check out at practicing time, then it will be accepted or not. You will understand. Okay, so these are the refer cursors. So finally, what it was telling us, refer cursors means refer cursors are called as a dynamic cursors. So when we are sending our request at a dynamic level, select query request declaration, we are sending at a dynamic level. Okay, na? And dynamic cursors advantage is what now? We can access or we can fetch the data from multiple tables. But normally we discussed explicit cursors in the previously. So those explicit cursors static level and only accessing one table data. Okay, but here, so multiple tables we can access it. Okay, no? So this is what the refer cursors and cursors differences. Okay, no? Right. And this is your cursors topic, guys, here. Okay, whatever we discussed, this is completely comes under cursors. But can you see whatever the cursors programs we written? Can you see whatever the cursors programs we written? So can you tell me, guys, here, these programs are these programs are saved into database memory? Can you tell me? Suppose this program I written. This entire the program. Can you tell me this programming code is saved or not? What is your guessing? This cursor program, whatever the code and program we written, okay, this code was saved or not? No. So it is not saving because can you see this program name is not there. Okay, there is no name of this program. Okay. So if you want to save this program, first I need to create some block. Okay, give some name of this program, but there is no name for this program. So directly declaring. So directly declaring, directly writing some logic and printing some logic. That's it. Okay, now? So what happened? So we just declaring. Okay. Is it anonymous block or sub block? Which one this? I think some people they don't. Some people are getting some doubt. Did you remember in early introduction classes, we are checking the two types of blocks? I think somebody forgot it. Yes or no, guys? At the introduction of PLSQL block, PLSQL, we said PLSQL block is or PLSQL language is supported two types of blocks. Anonymous blocks, subblocks. Anonymous blocks, what we said, unnamed block, code is not saved, every time consuming, temporary blocks. These are only for testing purpose we are using. The program coding level testing purpose only we are using. But subblocks are quite opposite. So that you remember, all of you remember that we discussed in the early classes. Yes or no? So this. Now tell me. So I'm writing these cursors programs. So now tell me these cursors programs is comes under anonymous or subblocks. Anonymous. Okay, because no name of this program. Carefully observe. And this programming code is not saved. Okay. So this is suppose if I close my application, this entire code will be loser. That means once I disconnecting from my Oracle, suppose I'm disconnecting here. I want to go to exit from my Oracle. Okay, exit from Oracle. What happened, guys, here? Whatever the program you written will be collapsed. That means there is no saving in this. Okay, right. So that means the anonymous block example. So whatever we discuss, all comes here. Okay, the previously basic examples, declaration, execution. Okay, so now this one, and next to tomorrow we will see declaration block, how to use, execution block we discussed, but next one more block is there. The block is called as the exception block. Okay, no? So declaration, execution, as of now in our programs we implemented. If you carefully identify, declaration block we implemented, execution block we implemented, but we are not implemented which block? Exception block. So now exception block, how to implement in my programs. We will see the coming examples are what? Declaration, execution, exception. So 3 blocks, whatever it was there in our PLSQL block structure. So the 3 blocks, how we are writing in the programs, that we will see in tomorrow's session, guys. Okay, no? So that means tomorrow we will working on exceptions or exception blocks. Okay, no? Right, guys. So thank you so much.